Oh, hello. It's all pondering time because we're going to look at all the little rumours, all the little hints that are floating around on the internet relating to the remaining boxes of Season 3 of Kill Team. Let's start by reminding ourselves of what is relatively already known. These classic Valrak rumours that have been knocking around for a while. Now, I don't want to make a massive deal out of these because I've already done a whole video just talking about this Kill Team Take to the Skies stuff. But just to remind us all that Valrak's been saying for a little while that we were potentially going to get Vespid Stingwings and Swooping Hawks, perhaps in the same box. And a little earlier than that, he was talking about an Eyes of the Emperor kill team. I don't know how any of this fits into what I'm about to show you, but I just want you to hold it in your minds, I guess. I've talked about these ideas before. I think injecting a whole load of flying teams into the game could be really problematic. It could work. Okay. Eyes of the Emperor would be a cool idea as well. But let's look at this. So these are from Reddit. And I know saying something from Reddit is like saying something from the internet or from the world. It's from the user u/RECC0 who has now deleted his account. I went looking for the source on these to try and see if there's anything else there. But these screenshots were dropped in my Discord. Now, what's interesting about these, and I'm going to read them, but what's particularly interesting about them is the timing on this first one. So, this is from 3 months ago, and it reads, Craft World Kill Team confirmed by Q4 2023. Title. A close friend of mine, Insider, told me this weekend that Craft World is coming to Kill Team, hopefully by November. Scorpions, Banshees, Dire Avengers, 3 APL, 9 Agents, Kill Team Habability. You can buff at the beginning of your activation, i.e. you can reroll, +1 attack, plus circle movement, etc. So new Scorpion models confirmed. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking 3 months ago, Valrak had already told us all that we were getting Scorpions. This guy's just reposting Valrak stuff on Reddit for clout, right? Do you know what nobody was saying 3 months ago? Some people were saying, oh, it's going to be an Aspect Warriors team. Right? I'd heard that. Nobody was specifically narrowing it down to Scorpions, Banshees, and Dire Avengers. Those three and nothing else mixed together in a box. Now, this all makes sense. What I want to introduce you to, the truth that I've pondered from my orb here, Valrak definitely has a source, and Valrak's source is very, very, very good, but there's always a weird... Valrak never leaks rules. Now, I don't think this is some kind of ethical stance on Valrak's part. I don't think he doesn't leak rules on a point of principle. I firmly believe that Valrak's source works in a box printing factory or is somewhere involved in the whole printed materials supply chain for Games Workshop because it makes so much sense the kind of things he says. So he said Scorpions because he'd seen the box. Right, he'd seen the box for the new edition of Kill Team, so he knew it was going to be Scorpions versus Scouts because it's there on the cover. He'd seen the pictures of the box, the printed material, and he was right about that. And I'm not going to seek to take that away from him, but nobody 3 months ago was saying, "Oh yeah, Scorpions, Banshees, and Dire Avengers." So does that lend some credence to this pile of random internet flotsam that's washed up on my Discord from the depths of Reddit? I mean, before we even, that second half there of the PowerPoint, I know you've already read it. That second half is very, very, very inflammatory. I suppose the kids would say spicy, wouldn't they? Right? But it's big stuff, big if true. But let's just stick on the left-hand image for a minute. 3 APL, 9-man, 3 APL team. Is that within the realms of possibility? My orb says maybe. Maybe a 9-man 3 APL team. That'd be something. Think about it this way, because it sounds broken as all get out, right? It sounds broken as all get out, but we already have Eldar with the free dash. Now I know 3 APL isn't the same as a free dash, but why isn't 3 APL the same as a free dash? Well, because if you've got a free dash, you can move and dash and shoot, and you can move and and dash and mission action, or mission action and dash and shoot. You can't do everything. It's not quite the same, because what you can't do is move and mission action and shoot, right? Or the classic charge, fight, shoot. That's the real secret sauce that's unlocked by that third APL. Now, a 9-man team with 3 APL that had like a plasma pistol would be broken, sure, or a melter gun, you know. A 9-man team with 3 APL that doesn't, as far as we can see, doesn't really do ranged. Is anybody going to be that rustled because they can move? You know, you can charge, you can kill someone in close combat, and then you can inconvenience a guy with a shuriken pistol. You know, I'm not saying 3 APL on the team, 9-man team isn't really good. It is really good, but it might be. It might be balanced. Now, famously, I am not very good at kill team, so maybe you're typing furiously in the comments, no, Phil, it's impossible. It couldn't be balanced. It's the worst thing ever. You know, get to the proverbial fuck. Okay, but just my thoughts. Just my thoughts. All right. The last thing I want to say on the left-hand side here is, at least we'll know soon, right? Because we will get, from the men that read books, we will get previews of the rules for these kill teams very, very shortly, and we will see if the Aspect Warriors all have 3 APL, and we will see if they have, I'm sure there's a language barrier here, we will see if they have something like a kill team habability, where you can give a random buff at the beginning of your activation from a choice of like reroll or +1 attack or plus circle movement. If those things are in, we can assume these things are in. Let's look at these things. These are the new kill teams that will join our game until Kill Team 3. Kill Team 3, we're going to go there. Craft World Scorpions, we know. Scouts, yes, we know. A new Chaos Cult, bringing up the number of Chaos Cult-related teams to 4 now. We've got the Bloodied, we've got the Goatmen, and we've got the Chaos Cult, so a 4th kind of Chaos Cult. Hey, new Gene Stealer Cult, that'll be 2 Gene Stealer Cults, a new Tau, that'll be a 3rd Tau team, you know, and some new Drukhari racks. I mean, that would be great. I'd love to. I don't like racks myself. I'd love to see that for the Eldar players. The composition of the next 2 boxes is unknown. It seems that after Craft World versus Scouts mid-November, they expected the next box to be sold by the end of December, but we don't know if this will finally happen. Oro, did you write these rumours? Right, is this just your way of winning the debate about what Winter 2023 means? If you know, you know. The 3rd box will come mid-end Q1 2024, and by mid-end Q2 2024, Kill Team 3 will be announced. Expected official date for release by August of September. That's soon, isn't it? You know, that implies we're only getting 3 boxes. 3 boxes. A 3-box season. Not a 4-box season, but a 3-box season. Kill Team 3 will simplify some rules, line of sight, obscured, climbing, among others. It's unknown if they'll sell a compendium for all the kill teams by the Kill Team 3 launch, or the same rules will be used. It's unknown the new kill teams at the starter box of Kill Team 3. Go very carefully, Games Workshop. Simplify line of sight and obscured and climbing. Yeah, you can simplify those things. Those are pain points, but they're also kind of the entire game. Don't simplify the game away. Tread lightly. Now, what do I think of these rumours? Well, first of all, on a personal note, I don't want these rumours to be true. New Chaos Cult, don't care. New Nuclear Cult, don't care. New Tau, don't care. New Drukhari Racks, personally, for me, don't care. That will be a whole season where, apart from the Space Marine Scouts, there was no other Imperial teams. Would Games Workshop really release 2 boxes without any Imperial? I mean, come on. Imperium's like the setting in a great way, you know. We don't get chapter and verse about, like, Tau Society. There's a bit, right? But the Imperium is the setting to a great extent. Would they really do 2 boxes without the Imperium in? I don't know. It's potentially possible. I've got more. So if you if you if you can bear it, if you watch Valrak's live streams, I quite enjoy Valrak's live streams from time to time. He's very prolific. He does a lot of streaming work. He knows something new about Kill Team. He knows what's in the next box, and he's not telling anybody, and it's very annoying. Now, I don't dislike him for that. He's got a business to run, right? That's what it is. He's got a business to run. He's got a lot of rumors. He doesn't want to. Right now, he's getting the views in talking about Christmas box sets. So why would he pull the ripcord on something bigger? And he says, "Oh, maybe I'll talk about the Kill Team stuff like next week. Because he always has to have a hot thing that keeps people coming back to his channel. Like, I get it. I respect the hustle. All right. This is not an I hate Chapter Master Valrak video, no. But there's a simple reflection of the fact that Valrak's like, for Kill Team, Valrak's like the only source. Apart from random posts on Reddit, apparently. Right? But Valrak's like, 40k. I can get 40k rumors almost anywhere. Like, you'd be walking along in the end of your street and like a photographed copy of a codex that's coming out in 2 months will just kind of hit you in the face. But for Kill Team, not really. But he can't quite help himself. He has dropped out little cheeky hinty things, and it's hard to unpick on his streams. Like, is he talking about something for Kill Team or for 40k? But he has made noises about Chaos and Tau. And when it comes to Chaos, he's made a lot of puns about change. And with Tau, he's talked a lot about Exilia. So I'm wondering. Matches up to 2 of these, right? New Chaos Cult and New Tau. So imagine if the next box is Chaos Cults versus Tau, and the box after it is Gene Stealers versus Drukhari Rax. That would be a weird box, right? But just imagine it for a minute. What if there was a Tau? What if I can't quite see it, but a Chaos team that was somehow to do with Tzinch and like maybe not mutations, because we've got that in the Chaos Cult, like something more, like the Tzinchi warband they received for Warcry, something a bit more elegant about the pursuit of knowledge, guys in scholarly robes and that maybe they have psychic power, like a sort of mortal sorcerer's cabal that are a bit more ivory tower intellectual thing about it, maybe with a couple of weak, weak in body but quite powerful, like offensive psychers, and maybe a guy that teleport. Imagine like the Thousand Sun sorcerers in terms of offensive power, but also 7-8 wounds with a 5-up save, like for a couple, and then a couple of like thralls. This is completely pulling shit out of my ass right now, but that'd be interesting. Versus, what about if the Tau is? There's a lot of chat, not just from Valrak, about Tau. In 40k, they're going to get a big focus on Tau Exilia. What if they're going to get some kind of Exilia mixed formation for Kill Team? So not a Vespid team per se, but like you got a Tau, you got a Kroot, you got a Demiurge, you got a human auxiliary, and you got a Vespid, and the Vespid's thing is he can fly. I mean, that would let them put in like a model for, like I said, the Demiurge or one of the other random races that's been name checked as being part of the Tau but hasn't got a whole box. It'll let them experiment with new design space for the Vespids, and it would be a way of cooking up a little bit of a team where they naturally had that specialist thing going on where they all had the individual little roles. You can have one with a big gun and one that flied and one that was like a combat fella versus a weird ZG Chaos Cult. Like, I wouldn't be up for that box. Maybe, because you got Chaos in it, Mrs. T would be like, oh no, I really want the Chaos, and we'd buy that one, right? But I think, with my wider community thing on, it could be a really good box, couldn't it? Potentially. This is scrying the orb. So don't become wedded to this idea. Okay? This is orb talk now. This is me going, oh, what's the thing going to be? But, I don't know. Think on that. And we're done. What do you think? Do you know anything? Are you looking for someone to talk about your kill team leaks? I can help you. Right? I love leaks. I love them. I think they're the best thing. I think it's the closest I'll ever get to uncovering aliens in the desert, right? Like, more than happy. If you know something, drop me a DM on Discord. More than happy to keep your name out of it, right? The offer's there. Let me know down in the comments if you think I'm full of it as well, or even if you just think, oh, that sounds quite cool. I'd be really upset if that doesn't happen now, and I'd be like, oh, come on. Right. I'll see you guys at the weekend. It's been a bit of a funny one, a bit of a silly one, a bit of a short one, actually, only 15 minutes. You're not getting your money's worth. Please do like and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers, and right now I have like 1,500 subscribers. So if you could just tell your entire family to come on and subscribe, that'd be great. All right? Okay, have a great day, guys. Cheerio, and I'll see you at the weekend. Bye-bye.